Shalom. Before I begin this video, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kodash, and also double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that continue to rule very well to this very day. That is continually feeding the flock through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, and also Shalom to the hopeful elect that's continually laboring in this work, that's plowing in this ministry, in this gospel, to sending this gospel to the other members of the hopeful elect in faith and in truth, and also in sincerity and in all charity. Shalom. Now, topic of this video is going to be entitled "Get with the Program." All right. And the reason why I titled this video in this way is because I was doing a little bit of studying the spirit, and a word jumped out to me, which is called program. All right. And which made me, I was meditating on that word program, and just how you have a computer, right? When you first start off a computer from scratch, you have the components that I put together for that computer, which is the motherboard, which is really is the brain of the computer. And once you set up that motherboard, you put all the components together, then it's time for the operator, or the one that put the motherboard together, to set up the program. Okay. So in other words, they have to put in a certain code into that motherboard in order for it to function a certain way. Now, depending on the intention of the operator, or the one that put the motherboard together, according to his intention, he's going to program that computer to do certain tasks. All right. Now, what led me to this is that how the Most High has certain men to play certain roles and to do certain tasks in which He set them up to do. Okay. In other words, the Lord has already programmed certain individuals to do the things that they do. Now, are these is whether, or should I say, it's up to the Lord, who these people ignorantly call God and Jesus, which their true name is Yahweh, which is the name of Heavenly Father, and His Son Yahweh Shai. It's up to the Most High whether that person, depending on the operation, depending on what he's programmed to do, is either lead towards his salvation or leads to his destruction. Now, when I say that, I'm talking about the sons of Israel. All right, I'm talking about the Israelites. Okay, because the Lord has us programmed a certain way for us to function, pertaining unto how He wants us to move. All right, because see, you got Jake that has a problem with us telling them that they don't have any free will. And which that's true, they don't have free will. We don't have free will. We don't control the things that we do. It's all through the Spirit. Okay, but our people are on a carnal level. They're on a low frequency, so they really don't understand the meaning of not having any sort of free will. All right, and which really it boils down to who can understand this and who can't understand this. It's whether you're a part of the elect and you can understand, or the 1/3, or you're just 2/3 Israelite. You don't understand, and you can't get it. It's either one way or another, and that's a part of the program. Okay, that is a part of the programming of the Israelites. Okay, now let me go ahead and actually I want to go to Slakia. I didn't pull this up beforehand, but I was pretty much rolling in the spirit today. But I actually want to get program, right? Which get to the etymology of that word program, right? So if you go to the verb form of program, which once again, like I mentioned before, the Lord pretty much put things in order, and He set us on our task to what we're supposed to be doing before we even do it. So this word program is a verb which means it's from 1889. It says write program notes. It says arrange according to program, all right, of computers. See, but if y'all go to the it is leading me to the noun version of the word program, right, which says from the 1630s. It says public notice, from late Latin programma, which means proclamation, edict. All right, from Greek programma, a written public notice. Okay. So literally it means a proclamation or edict. Okay. So the proclamation and the edict that He gave to His men, the men who are the hopefully elect, He gave them certain instructions to follow by in order to reach a certain task. Now, I delved a little bit into computer programming, right? C++, and I learned about the word algorithm, and really the definition of the word algorithm, in which when you're programming, you have to pretty much use algorithms. All right, in which the definition of the word algorithm is a set of steps to take to accomplish a goal. So when it comes to programming the men of the Lord, all right, that program is followed by or that program is put together by an algorithm, which takes it means that you have to take a certain amount of steps in order to accomplish a goal. So when it comes to the men of the Lord, the men who are the hopefully elect, starting with the Apostle Elders of Great Millstone on down, we have been given a certain proclamation and edict. All right, in other words, an algorithm to follow by in order to reach salvation. Lord's will, we're a part of that number. Now, on the flip side of that, because you gotta have two sides with everything. All right, the Lord deals with balance. So the Lord, just how He did with His men, He also had a proclamation and an edict that He had with the rest of the Israelites, the 2/3. All right, and He's given them an algorithm to follow by in order to reach their goal, which is what? Destruction. Now, pursuant to Romans, all right, I believe it's the ninth chapter. It says, "Why does He yet find fault?" And that's one of the scriptures that really, that's a question that our people have. Why does He yet find fault? Now that we know this, all right, for who has resisted His will, and that's true. All right, but like the scriptures say, it said the Lord's going to have mercy on whom He will have mercy on, and He will have compassion on whom He will have compassion. All right, and whom He hardeneth, He'll hardeneth. All right. So really, man, you're at the mercy of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua no matter what you do. Okay, and that's more of a reason to fear Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, man. Okay, that's more of a reason to fear the Lord and to fear what He's able to do. All right, knowing this, that He programmed us in this way, because he didn't have to allow us to be programmed this way. He didn't have to give us this algorithm to follow by to reach the goal of salvation. He didn't have to do that, but He did it for His word's sake, for truth's sake, man, and for the sake of His words being fulfilled, prophecy, all right, or concerning prophecy, slaki. Now I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the precepts concerning that, right? Now, Actually, I'm going to get that scripture which I quoted in the book of Romans. Bear with me. All right, now we'll start at verse 14. Romans, the 9th chapter. And the 14th verse is, what shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High? The Most High forbid. For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So then it is not him that willeth, nor him that runneth, but of the Most High to show mercy. Right, because we're at the mercy of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua no matter what. All right. Like the scriptures say, all have sinned and come short of glory. Let me see if I can find it. Right, and this is to the point. This is our Romans 3rd chapter. And let's see. Yep, it's to the point. Verse 23. It says, for all have sinned and come short of the glory of the Most High. See? So we all went off, man. And we came short of the glory of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, but the Lord did that, or he allowed us to do that just for the sake of us for receiving mercy, man. Just for the sake of his words to be fulfilled. That's the reason why he had us go off like that. All right? He even made Adam go off. Okay? I'll prove that to you. All right, it's the book of Romans, the 8th chapter, in the 20th verse. It says, for the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, right? So the creature, which we are the creatures, we're the creation, right? And it started with Adam. So it says, for the creature was subject to vanity, not willingly, right? It was not, because it wasn't our will, man. We didn't want to go off, man. We didn't want to transgress the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. We never wanted that, man. All right? But he did that for a reason, right? So once again, it says, for the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who subjected the same in hope. See, hope. And what does that lead into? Let me grab it. I'm going to come back to Romans, the 9th chapter in a second, but this is verse 1. Hebrews, the 11th chapter, verse 1. It says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. See? So the Lord programmed us in a certain way to where we have this faith. And like I mentioned before, that is at the will of the Creator. That is at the will of the person that is programming the brain. Okay? Actually, I want to grab another precept on top of that. All right. Now, this is Ephesians, the 2nd chapter. And this is verse 8. Right. Ephesians, the 2nd chapter, verse 8, it says, for by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, right? We didn't give ourselves faith. All right. This was not given to us willingly. We didn't, take over the keyboard and start keying in certain programs to where we do this and that. No, the Lord was all we were all at the behest of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. The Lord has full control over what we do. So, for by grace are you saved through faith. So it was by the grace of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua that he's given us this faith, right? Because if you read on, it says, and that not of yourselves, it is the gift of the Most High, right? So this is a special gift that the Lord has given us. Okay? Pursuant to in the Apocrypha, I believe it's in the book of Sirach, where it says that him that is the eunuch, all right, we're talking about in the spiritual aspect of being a eunuch. He said them he has given them the special gift of faith. All right. So once again, faith is a gift. All right. And that gift is not given unto everybody. Everybody's not programmed the same way. All right. You can dump that ideology where it says all men are created equal, because they're not. The Lord programmed us a certain way to how we operate, and we operate in that manner. All right. So going back, Hebrews, the 11th chapter, back at the first verse again, it says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And it's another scripture that just popped into my head. It was in my head and then it left. It's like I'm in transit right now, so I'm trying to concentrate at the same time. Bring out these precepts for Yakim, just to be fed. There's another reason why he had us programmed in this way. Okay, and that's there's a reason why he created 2/3 the way they are, because it's to fulfill that 2/3 number. Now, if there wasn't a such thing as Israelites that weren't fulfilling that 2/3 number, that would make him a liar, man. But just for the sake of his word and for the prophecy that he's spoken about, he's allowing this to happen. All right. Certain calamities, especially things that are going on here on the planet Earth, he's allowing these things to happen just for his word's sake, so they can be fulfilled, man. All right. The Lord is not a man that shall lie. He's even bound by his own word. That's how righteous he is. Okay. Now, this Luke 18th chapter, it's at the 8th verse. I said, I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. And actually, let me start at verse 7. It's lucky. It says, and shall not the Most High avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear along with them? And that's right, because we cry to the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua day and night, man. All right. We're tired of the constant abominable acts and things of that nature that's going on here on the planet Earth, especially here on the soils of America, that we have to bear witness to, man. So we're complaining to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua concerning these things, and he's bearing along with us, man. He's long suffering, okay? Because certain things got to come to pass first before he can spring into action, or fully spring into action, okay? Verse 8, it says, I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Right, pursuant to Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, where it says it will surely come and it will not tarry. All right. So once again, it says, I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth? And the answer to that is yes, he will find faith on the earth. That's why he's reserved his elect, like in verse 7, where it said the Most High will avenge his own elect. The elect are going to be the ones on the earth going to be found with faith. Okay. Now I want to go back to Romans, the 9th chapter. And I'll close it out with this next precept. We'll go to verse 19. It says, thou wilt say then unto me, why doth he yet find fault? For who hath resisted his will? Nay, but old man. All right. Nay, but old man, who art thou that replies against the Most High? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? Hath not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor? What if the Most High, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endureth with much suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction, and that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, which he had afore prepared unto glory? See, that's the point. It says, which he had afore prepared unto glory. In other words, it was already prepared that the vessels of mercy is going to receive glory. All right. And the vessels of wrath were going to be fitted to destruction. See? So that's separation. So the Lord has already separated his men from the 2/3, man. There's one slated for salvation, one slated for destruction. So it's a certain amount of steps to take in order to reach that goal. So the men of the Lord are taking those steps right now to reach the goal of salvation, or to reach that certain particular goal which pertains unto salvation. And then he has another set that's taking a certain amount of steps to reach destruction. And this is all at the behest of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. All right. So once again, man, this all pertains unto the fear of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. All right. And also as well, just to know that the things that we're seeing right now is out of our control, man. That's why we have to constantly pray. We have to fast. We have to do everything that we have to do in order to stay in the good graces of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, which the main thing is to push out this word, man, to do the work. All right. To stay in his word, man. That's the main thing. Okay. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video and this lesson. And Lord's will, it was edifying to the body of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai and to the members of the Hopefully Elect. Till next time, once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory once again to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that continually rule very well. And also shalom, peace and safety to the Hopefully Elect that's continually plowing in his work and giving diligence to make your calling and election sure in faith, truth, and sincerity, and in all charity. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.